Well, good morning, or should I say, good new year, because it is 2021. This is the first, but not the last, Sunday story of a new year. Now, pop quiz to start things. Who remembers where we left it when we finished off back in 2020? It wasn't last Sunday, no, you'll remember last Sunday, there wasn't really a Sunday story. There was silence, there was space to think and to ponder. The last proper Sunday story was the Sunday before Christmas. Can anybody remember what we were thinking about? We weren't thinking about Jesus being born, we were thinking about Jesus dying. In fact, the story finished with Jesus having died, the sky turned dark, and his body placed in a tomb with a stone rolled in front of it and guards there to protect it and to watch out for anybody who would come and interfere. There's more to the story though, and that's why we're kicking off 2021, this new year, with God's wonderful surprise. Enjoy. God's wonderful surprise. Jesus' friends were so sad they would never see their best friend again. How could this happen? Wasn't Jesus the rescuer? The king God had promised? It wasn't supposed to end like this. Yes, but whoever said anything about the end? Just before sunrise, on the third day, God sent an earthquake and an angel from heaven. And when the guards saw the angel, they fell down with fright. The angel rolled the huge stone away, sat on top of it, and waited. At the first glimmer of dawn, Mary Magdalene and the other women headed to the tomb to wash Jesus' body. The early morning sun slanted through the ancient olive trees, drops of dew glittering on leaves and grasses, little tears everywhere. The friends walked quietly along the hilly path through the olive groves until they reached the tomb. And immediately they noticed something odd. It was wide open. They peered through the opening into the dark tomb, but wait, Jesus' body was gone. And something else. A shining man was there, with clothes made from lightning. "Don't be scared," the angel said. But they couldn't help it. They screamed anyway. The angel asked them, "What are you doing here? This is a tomb, and tombs are for dead people." The women couldn't speak. "Jesus isn't dead anymore," he said. "He's alive again." And their hearts leapt. And then the angel laughed with such gladness that they felt for a moment as if they had woken from a nightmare. The other women rushed home, but Mary stayed behind. How could it be true? Jesus was definitely dead. How could he be alive? Just then, Mary heard someone else in the garden. Perhaps it's the gardener, she thought. He'll know where Jesus' body is. I don't know where Jesus is, Mary said urgently. I can't find him. But it was all right. Jesus knew where she was, and he had found her. Mary. Only one person said her name like that. She could hear her heart thumping. She turned around. She could just make out this figure, so she shaded her eyes to see, and she thought she was dreaming. But she wasn't dreaming, she was seeing. Jesus! Mary fell to the ground. Sudden tears filled her eyes, and great sobs shook her whole body. All she wanted in that moment was to cling to Jesus and to never let him go. "You'll be able to hold on to me later, Mary," Jesus said gently, "and always be close to me. But now, go and tell the others that I am alive." Mary ran and ran all the way to the city. She had never run so fast or so far in all of her life. She felt she could have run forever. She didn't even feel like her feet touched the ground. The sun seemed to be dancing and gleaming and bounding across the sky, racing with her and shining brighter than she could ever remember in the clean, fresh air. It seemed to her that morning as she ran, almost as if the whole world had been made anew. Almost as if the whole world was singing for joy. The trees, tiny sounds in the grass, the birds, her heart. Was God really making everything sad come untrue? Was he making even death come untrue? She couldn't wait to tell Jesus' friends. They won't believe it, she laughed. And of course, she was right. Well, there you have it. See, I told you the story was going to change. I told you that Jesus dying wasn't the end, but you kind of already knew that, didn't you? So Mary has found him, seen him, spoken to him, touched him. She's gone off to tell everybody about him. I wonder what's going to happen next. Well, that's why you need to keep on coming back every single week, 10 o'clock, here on our channel, to find out from another episode of Sunday Story. Until next week, bye-bye.